SMT Nation, we back. Nation, big news out of Apple and Qualcomm. I think the reason I wanted to cover this story, not something I typically do on the channel often, but I think this one is important because Apple and the iPhone, the biggest devices in the game when it comes to North America, the United States especially, they're your favorite phones. You guys tell me all the time. So a majority of people have these in the US, and they're probably excited about the devices up and coming here this week, you know. But this is big. I think this also tells us that Apple's in-house modems, they ain't ready. All right, and this time frame tells us why. All right, so I'll be sure to link this for you. It's from Mobile Syrup. Shout out to Canada. Looks like there's a Canadian leaf there. But anyways, let's talk about this. I'll be sure to link the article in the description for you. All right, so Qualcomm announced today that they have extended an agreement with Apple. They will be the supplier for Apple's 5G chipsets in their smartphones moving forward. I see 3 years in the making here, so 2024, 25, and 26 included. So that would be the iPhone 16 generation, 17, and 18 presumably. Terms not disclosed, but Qualcomm said it's similar to the construct of the last deal. So this probably was the reason why I think the Qualcomm stock had a nice little pep in its step today in the market. The day of this recording, who knows what it's doing right now, but I mean, it did kind of bump on that news. So this means Qualcomm continues to lead the way as their modems will be used in the best-selling smartphones in North America. Of course, the most affluent country, with respect to iPhone sales and volume. And, it looks like that's pretty much safe, right? I know a lot of people were excited to see what Apple could do with their own in-house modems, but that does not appear to be ready. And ironically, we had some inside information just a couple of years ago at the progression of the Apple Intel deal, and how that modem was going in development, and it was seemingly about 10% less effective or performance-wise compared to what Qualcomm brought to the table. I wonder if Qualcomm jumped ahead even further and the Apple version of these modems kind of took a step back, right? So, this is good. I'll be honest with you. Qualcomm makes, best in the industry. The Exynos with Tensor and all those things with Samsung, they don't compare. Qualcomm still makes the best. All right, so you're getting a quality, high-performing modem in the iPhone for the foreseeable future. A lot of people are going to be happy about that. I, for one, am not happy about this in one respect. I like to see competition. And the fact that Apple's is not ready to compete worries me, concerns me, and disappoints me. Now, at the end of the day, we're still getting a solid Qualcomm modem. We're getting the best in the game. But we just like to see the competitive juices flowing. And of course, in the next 2-3 years, we're going to have more 5G use cases, unique experiences, right? AR, VR, whatever, all those headsets. Don't forget, we got satellite connectivity, right, with some of the carriers. That's going to be happening here in the next few years. So that's going to be all part of this. And Qualcomm puts you in the catbird seat with these features. It's always been that way. It looks like it's going to continue to be that way, at least for the next few years. So there you go. That's the news. But tell me what you guys think. First of all, are you glad that Apple is sticking with Qualcomm, or do you agree with me that there's a part of you kind of wants Apple to do its thing and find success? But the earliest that appears to be happening, not for at least 3 years. Now, it doesn't mean that Apple isn't going to bring out their own modems. It just means that at the very least, best case scenario, they might see some of their modems being used, right? This could just be a placeholder, right, for some chips. So like maybe next year or the year after, Apple decides to mix it up. Use some of their own, use Qualcomm's. We don't know, right? That's possible. Let me know if you think that's a possibility, if that's likely. Let me know if you think they're going to go strictly with Qualcomm. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say on this. You are the voice of the people, the SMT Nation. Let your voice be heard. Like, share, and subscribe for more, and turn on the bell notifications to never miss an upload when we drop content. And if you want to support production here on the channel, you could do it. There's ways to support us in the description. be a member, a patron, one-time supports. There's different ways. They're all in the description. Thank you in advance, and we shall see you all on the next video. Peace.